Welcome. You're tuned into Tangled Threads. If you're digging our content, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Now for today's Tangled Thread. How was my frickin' day? Well, I'll tell you. Shave, shower, breakfast, phone, wallet, keys. All is good in life. I'm on my way out to the boardwalk to meet a buddy of mine. We are going to hit the beach, find some loose and wild women, and end up in some club somewhere, celebrating life in our 20s before we start feeling old and start discussing our retirement accounts. But Eddy, that freaking asshole, Eddy, he just had to be there today. Of all days, I just wanted him to be in another state or another universe. He's such a dick, and he makes it impossible to talk to any woman. Not because he is some sort of stud, far from it. It's because no matter how many women there are, he has to talk to all of them. If you start talking to one, he butts in. If you move to another one, there he is. I mean, you can't have them all, you dumb bastard. So shut the hell up and pick one or two leads and stick with them. He spreads himself so thin that he ends up with nothing at the end of the night, and no one else does either because they've all left, fleeing from his continual pathetic attempts to secure some tail. So there he is, stupid smile on his face. Stupid tie-dyed tank top showing off those dark yet pathetic excuses for arms. "Hey, Eddy," I said, knowing that if I didn't greet him first, I'd have to listen to him whine for 30 minutes about how I wasn't being nice to him. So I swallow my pride to not have to endure that earful. He says hey back and then starts following Mac and I everywhere we go. The beach, the arcade, the shops. Everywhere we go, Eddy is right there. I finally found my chance to escape, throwing Mac under the bus and leaving him with Eddy. I'd return the favor later. Mac would understand. I walked to one of the shops, one of those that is better at attracting tourists than the locals. The tourists loved meeting local guys. I see this hot chick looking at the sand dollar display. I walked up next to her and said, "Why they charge $20 for a sand dollar is beyond me. The least the biologists could do is update their names to reflect the times." She giggled and brushed her hair behind her ears. Yeah, I had her. I asked her what she and her friends were doing later, that there was this hot club only the locals knew about, and that they should hang there with me and my buddies tonight. She said she was here on spring break with some other girls she went to college with. No surprise there. After some playful bantering, I got her comfortable enough to say that they'd come hang with us. Score. I go back and I find Mac and Eddy. I pull Mac to the side and start telling him about the plan, and that we had to ditch Eddy and fast. We only had a few hours and then it would be on. Dancing, drinking, and wild times. Fucking Eddy has ears like a goddamn CIA surveillance van. "What time we going?" Eddy asked with a big grin on his stupid face. I lost it. That chick was fine and I was going to hit that, and Eddy was not going to get in my way this time. "Listen, Eddy," I said, "you're not coming. Not this time. I'm not going home until I've been in someone's hotel room tonight." He looked upset, but I didn't care. Hose before Eddy. That was my go-to code. So I'm getting pumped up, looking my best. Fresh shirt, shoes shining, feeling like $1,000,000. Except, god damn it, here comes Eddy. Like a bad pop-up ad. The dude just keeps showing up where you least expect him. "How the hell did you find us?" I asked. "Wow, what a coincidence that we ended up at the same club at the same time," Eddy replied. I just scowled at him and told him to stay away from any lady that was near me. Fast forward to inside the club. Neon lights flashing, music's pumping, and it's full of energy. Mac and I are making our way to the VIP, and Eddy somehow gets distracted at the entrance. A magician's doing card tricks, and Eddy, bless his heart, thinks the guy's got the powers of Doctor Strange. Great. We got some breathing room. As the night goes on, I'm dancing with this gorgeous woman, feeling like the world's my oyster. We're vibing, and the atmosphere's electric. She whispers something about heading back to her place, and, folks, it feels like winning the lottery without buying a ticket. But then, like a mosquito buzzing by your ear, Eddy appears. He's with another woman who looks eerily familiar. Oh no. It's my girl's best friend, and she's dragging him towards us. Eddy's strutting around like he's discovered fire while everyone else is using matches. He's giggling and goofily dancing around. "Hey, buddy," Eddy shouts above the music, eyes wide with excitement. "Guess who I found?" He's proudly showcasing the girl beside him like he's presenting a project for a middle school science fair. I just smiled and nodded. Trying to salvage the mood, I turn to my girl and suggest we head to the hotel, thinking I can lose Eddy on the way. But like glue on a kindergarten art project, he just sticks. As we reach the room, I figure, okay, maybe it won't be so bad. There's 2 rooms after all. But nope, Eddy thinks it's the best idea ever to keep the party going. With that dreaded phrase, he pulls out a Bluetooth speaker and starts blasting the worst tunes imaginable. Think elevator music meets rave party. Sensing my growing frustration, the girl tries to pull me aside and into the other room, hinting at a more private encounter. But the moment is completely shattered when Eddy, clad in his tie-dyed monstrosity, bursts in, talking about some new dance move he just invented. It looked more like a malfunctioning robot than a dance. In sheer frustration, I snap. "Eddy, can you for once, just once, let a guy have a moment?" My shouts could probably be heard across state lines. Eddy, looking like a kid who just got his candy taken away, mumbles an apology and retreats. Relieved, I turn back to the girl, only to find she's gone, probably seeking less dramatic shores. I look around for a minute. She is nowhere to be found. She's not on the balcony, in the bathroom, in the hallway. It's like she just vanished. Yeah, just like that. Just like every goddamn time that idiot is around. Son of a bitch. Finally, and with a heavy sigh, I leave the hotel. Mac finds me at a late-night diner, trying to drown my sorrows in a giant stack of pancakes. He's snickering and tells me Eddy's latest antics. Apparently, after I left the hotel, Eddy went back and found him and then regaled him with tales of a wild three-way escapade with the two girls. The details were so absurd and outlandish that even an octopus would wonder where he got all those extra hands. Fucking idiot. I thought about just dropping one of my syrup-covered pancakes down my shorts, and then going and sitting on an anthill. That's probably the only way I would feel anything down there tonight as long as Eddy was around. By this time, I had lost all of my drive to hunt, so I just went home and turned in for the night. Anyway, that's how my day was. How was your frickin' day? Good Lord Almighty, who amongst us would not have taken Eddy to the back parking lot and slapped him around at least a little bit? What would you have done in this guy's shoes? Let us know in the comments section below. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.